The first movie I ever saw was Cabaret when I was 7 years old at a drive-in with some Grizzly Adams movie. Anyway, it is obviously has left an impression on me, having been my first film, and then seeing Cabaret at a drive-in. Anyway, so, being that, I ended up such a film aficionado, as you've learned from my shows and my film reviews, um, having this, a Bob Fosse highly stylized film, as my first like benchmark that was set for all future movies, and sort of like that movie told me what movies were supposed to feel like. But Bob Fosse's films, on the other hand, are highly stylized and very, I don't know. I like them, don't get me wrong, but I have mixed feelings about Cabaret. Just real quick, I adore the film, of course, but I think the the question for me was credibility, because Liza is, a very complex character. She did it well. Very mature, approach, thoughtful, but and interesting. Did she like completely wow me? Was I constantly wondering what's going on in her head right now? Not really. Again, my like big thing is when an actor is at all self-conscious about being filmed or on film. Well, her comedic timing is perfect when she's having tea with Marissa Berenson, when her father doesn't show up and she gets very upset about that. Those are genuine moments to me. So I don't dislike the film or her performance at all. Do I think that maybe Diana Ross was robbed of that Oscar that year? Personally, I have said that before. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Who's not going to give Judy Garland's daughter an Oscar, right? But so again, there's these mixed feelings, and question emerges, which is kind of the focus of this show. Is Okay, Joel Grey originated the part on Broadway. It did it not in the London performance, because let me tell you, I have or have had at one point in time in my life every production of Cabaret that was put to vinyl. So the London starring Jill Hayworth, and of course the Broadway, and all of the mixes and whatevers and revivals. Not crazy about the Manhattan revival of Cabaret. Um, Kind of stripped of all the style a little bit, very minimalist, and heavily reliant on the music. Yes, the performances, but so, and also in the, if you see the show, there are numbers, as many of you probably know, that are in the original show, the original Broadway show, that are nowhere near being in the film. The landlady has a whole sidelong plot with this elderly gentleman, and then there's a couple of numbers that don't make it in, but whatever, that's a record. I wasn't in London, I didn't see it, so. But like I said, this film a well, like I said, a benchmark for all films to follow. It's not like they all had to be like Cabaret or as highly stylized as Cabaret. I think one of Fosse's Achilles heels, too much style.